The walkers got in.
Walkers? Well, how'd they get in? They just walk.
They got coal.
Coral!
Not Beard Grantham. I saved you. Oh, that's how it's gonna be, huh? We're gonna have to kill an unarmed man. I'm out. Listen, there ain't nothing been done here that can't be undone. Now just put the gun down. We're gonna walk back to the ranch. Together. Damn you for making me do this! Damn you! This is you! You did this! You did this! Damn me for making me do this! Damn you! This is you! Oh no! No! Oh no!
I think we should run a Bill drill.
Yeah.
You remember Bill?
No.
Well, anyways, Bill.
Oh guys, hey, what's going on? Today on Grantham, we're gonna be talking about a really interesting shotgun. This is the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. This is their new, would you call it a budget offering, Charles?
I haven't bought it, so I wouldn't say budget.
Well, it's much less expensive compared to a lot of the other what you call combat shotguns out there. So today on Grantham, we're gonna be delving hard into this weapon. We're gonna be running it. We're gonna be talking about it. So I hope you guys stay tuned for a very fun episode of how deadly are shotguns, kind of, not really. A300, let's go.
They kill paper.
But before we get into that, we of course have to thank the biggest sponsor of the channel, who is who, Charlie?
Door Snorts Institute.
The Sonoran Desert Institute. If you're looking to get your start in gunsmithing, they are the people to go to. We cannot thank them enough for sponsoring the channel. We love them, right?
Yeah, I like them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool guys. And of course, we can't forget who, Micah?
Primary Arms!
They make great optics, and you know what? They support the channel. We love them, so go and give them a bunch of love. Can't thank them enough. And unlike the TV you're watching this on, the phone you're watching this on, AAC ammunition is made in the United States. We can't thank them enough. A big thank you to AAC. Awesome ammo, right, Charles?
Great ammo. It's not Chinese.
I don't think much ammo is Chinese. Anyhow, look, let's get so we're about to start the shooting portion. Before we do, a little bit of full disclosure. So the shotgun was sent to us by Beretta. We have previously done the 1301. We've also done a couple of their different pistol offerings, so understand that there is that relationship there. The ammunition was provided from them to us. It is federal full power buck. AAC does not make shotgun ammo. This is a pretty standard operating procedure. It will of course be as unbiased as we possibly can be. There is no money exchanged or anything like that, just so you guys are aware. We have a very angry hawk nearby as well. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with some drills. Micah, are you gonna win this time?
Considering you have like 10,000 rounds on that thing?
Do not have 10,000 rounds
Okay,
on this thing.
have been shooting the crap out of that. No, I will not win.
So far we have 3,000 rounds of full power slug and buck on this guy, and it is running great. So we're gonna go ahead and run a couple drills with it. It should be noted that compared to the Beretta 1301, it does have a more simple gas system. There's a bit more recoil imparted with the A300 compared to the 1301, and the system is a little bit slower than the 1301's B-Link. That being said, I have not been able to outpace this thing. It is a fast shotgun. I mean, you've heard it, Micah.
Yeah, it's super speedy.
It's speedy.
Yeah, and full transparency on my part, Beretta did not send me one, so I don't like it.
There you have it. First drill is what, Micah?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
Bill drill.
Oh, who's Bill anyhow?
Yeah,
All right.
Bill.
Guess I'll go first. What are we? What's the 7-yard mark?
Okay, this is something we go over every time.
Do you see that?
You ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. 1.94.
Nice.
All clean.
Yeah, clean.
You only got 4 hits.
I'm not gonna argue this with you.
you
That
have a
was
marker?
clearly all. That was all in. That was good. I could have gone faster,
You really
but
dialed it back.
That first shot took a while.
I just wanted to keep it all A zone. You want to just go like super fast for this one?
I mean, I'm gonna go as fast as I can.
Do we each get 2 turns?
Yeah, let's do 2. Come on,
All right,
2
let's do
per.
two,
Let's
two,
go. Let's
yeah.
go.
That was
One
a
out.
1-4-0, so you cut off seconds.
Nice. 1 out. It's a penalty for an out.
1 second.
1 second.
2.40.
So my fastest was my slowest.
Baby.
That's got to be a metaphor for life. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. 169.
I won, because you got a penalty, I didn't.
No. The first one I did, I got like, oh shit, you were right.
Did 194.
Fuck, you ain't wrong. All right, load it up.
Beat him both times. I don't need to do a second one. There you go.
I filmed that shooting intro with him, and he was absurdly fast with it. So I think he's going easy on us right now.
I would not go easy on you guys because I'm too competitive. Stand by. Nice, 176.
You beat both of us?
Yeah, Charlie won. So we're gonna do the Mozambique. Why do we call it the Mozambique?
Something in like in Zimbabwe or wherever it was.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
I completely missed the third one.
It's okay. You did hit the old oil drum. I was expecting it to explode, to be honest. I do want to say, line break still counts.
Yeah.
What's the penalty for not hitting the head?
Well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
I shot, and the second shot, for some reason,
Tilted
this
it.
target completely shifted to the left. So I
Redo.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get in.
You know what? Solid A zone hits. Charles, you're up. I do want to say, Micah, that like two federal buckshot loads to the chest.
Yeah.
Done.
No
I
matter
mean,
what,
you
2
don't-
loads to the chest, 2 definitely done.
Do you even need a headshot?
No, 2 loads and you're good. So I could just take my time. Smooth sailing, as they say.
What are you talking
Right?
about?
I don't know if they say smooth sailing when it comes to that.
In sailing, they say smooth sailing.
Oh, that was good.
0.95.
Wow, Charles.
Dude, his first shot was at 0.42. It doesn't seem that fast, but it is.
It is.
That was clean. That was very clean.
This girl is on fire. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh, I airballed it!
No, you're
win.
flexing, dog.
Oh,
Well,
we got
let's, you know what, to
nothing.
be fair, let's show the target. Especially this part.
So we're gonna do 1 shot, reload, 1 shot. We're just looking to be on the target. We already have 2 shots on that target, so as long as we get 2 more, we're good. So again, off the match saver, we're good.
You heard it here. Grantham says 1R1s are back in style, boys.
On a shotgun
Let's
they
get
are. On a
after it.
shotgun only.
On any gun.
On a shotgun. Shotgun's kind of a bitch.
During this part, can you put the same color grade as Lucas?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
1.32.
Okay.
First shot, 0.12.
Nice, not bad.
What was the time?
1.32.
You are set up, my friend.
Hold on, I just slide that back.
Yeah. Have you not done this before?
I don't
Well, here
know.
we go.
Let's
Okay.
find out.
Okay, hold on. Don't go off the timer yet. So when you do it, roll your top fingers in, and so you want to have the pressure on your top fingers first to roll it into the chamber.
Okay.
Then kind of ease the pressure onto your mid knuckle, and that will hit the bolt release right there. So pressure up here, then drop it. Because if you do both at the same time, you're gonna jam it up.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh my God, 140.
Dude,
Fast.
Charles,
Just a little bit slower.
that
No.
was really good.
Dude, he
you.
almost beat me. Charles has just got that dog in him.
I got that dog in me.
Is there like a position that these need to be in, like all the way forward?
Not
kinda-
mid, it's right there.
Huh? Mid?
Yeah, mid.
Okay. Like you?
I'm mid, yeah. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
So did you ride the bolt? Yeah.
You can explain it better than I can.
So as you roll it in, we talked about not hitting that bolt release too fast. If you do, you're gonna catch it with your fingers, you're gonna arrest the movement. It's not gonna fully seat. So you just got to make sure that you're careful with that. That's going to be a problem with any shotgun.
Yeah.
It's just, the match saver is kind of, it's good.
I see why you have to practice that, because you kind of want to do it, just grab it, right? And have it send it.
Yeah.
It's fast, but you're going to cause malfunction.
You know what, match savers are good. You just got to
Practice.
practice a lot with them.
Crazy.
Charles is trying to come up the last drill right now. We can do like a full competition type deal. For the first time in Grantham, the Grantham USPSA Open
IDPA.
SA.
5 shots on this target.
Like on the crotch or on the A zone?
No, the A zone. That's muscle memory. You get to here.
Okay.
4 shots.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 shots on the move. And then you run to here. Match saver reload. In that line,
So when you hit here, match saver reload or do it on the move?
on the move.
Okay.
1 to the head.
Stand by. Woo! 15-7-1.
Woo!
Pretty good.
I'm not even winded.
It's hella good.
Yeah, I'm in a little bit.
Nice. Very good.
Thanks.
Just kind of pointing out though, it kind of gets more unfair as you get farther to the last person, because you'll have ran this course 3 times already.
It's fine. I've prepared my entire life for this.
You're not fit.
Die. Shooter, do you understand the course fire?
4, 4, 1.
Stand by. Oh, shit. $15.48.
Oh, was that just like
You beat Charlie.
7-1? All in?
1 C zone.
Sure?
Yeah.
Where? Oh,
What do we call that?
So that's 16.48 plus the penalty for having your foot over the line.
what are we talking about?
It's on camera. Stand by. $14.55.
Whole second. How does it feel to win the first ever IDPPA?
IDPP.
This is what they do in Fortnite. I know, because I'm a Fortnite dancer. I want to thank God.
I let you got.
So we've done a lot of shooting, which is the expensive part. Now it's time to do my favorite part, because why, Micah?
I don't know.
I'm autistic.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
So the A300 Ultima Patrol. If you know anything about the A300, it's not a new system. The A300 has been around for a long time as a duck hunting weapon, as a general purpose shotgun. So the A300 system as a whole is already very well proven. The difference is now that Beretta is making this into more of a combat patrol type shotgun use. So the question is, how does it stack up to other great venerable shotguns like the 1301, like the Benelli M4? So let's go ahead and let's get into it. We're gonna start, as we always do, tip to butt, and we're gonna go through this entire weapon. We'll hear from my crew what they thought of it, and let's go ahead and let's get into this. So let's go ahead and let's start right here at the tip of the barrels. Not every combat shotgun has the ability to change out chokes. A lot of them are just fixed cylindrical chokes, but when it comes to the Beretta, they do take Beretta chokes, which is good, because if there's one thing that makes a shotgun interesting in my opinion, it's that it can do a lot of things. It can do combat roles, it can do breaching, it can do bird hunting, it can do hunting in general. So being able to swap out those chokes to a tighter choke, whether you want to fire bird shot and do some bird hunting or whatever, it's not obviously the most ideal for it, but it can do a lot of different jobs due to that ability to swap out easily. And it is fun to break clays with, but you are obviously outclassed versus like a weapon with a longer forcing cone, which we'll talk about in a moment just here. Now, the great thing about the A300 is it is much less expensive than the 1301. So the 1301 is ranging anywhere from $1,400 to $1,600, and overall, I would say the 1301 is certainly a superior shotgun. However, there are many good things about the A300, especially considering the sub $1,000 price, that in my mind might make this one of the better combat shotguns that you can just get overall. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Now, one of the ways that they did save money was on the barrel. So the 1301 does have a cold hammer forged barrel, and that's going to be a barrel that is just going to last absolutely forever. This one is not cold hammer forged. Now, that being said, I haven't had any issues with it, and it should be noted that the A300 hasn't used cold hammer forged barrels, and they have been used in the most horrendous of duck hunting seasons ever. And you talk to a duck hunter and their shotguns certainly go through a lot. So the A300 barrels are certainly good. There's no doubt about it that the 1301 is a better barrel overall. And in addition to that, the 1301's barrel does have a longer forcing cone compared to the A300. It is a different system. Because of that, you will see slightly better accuracy with the 1301. That is absolutely proven. There's nothing that we're going to talk about as far as like objecting to that, but you're still getting the good combat accuracy as long as you're using good shells with the A300. We've had no problems with accuracy on it. It's good to about as far as a shotgun's going to be good to with buckshot. So give or take between 50 to 100 yards. The A300 does have a simpler system, or more simple system compared to the 1301. The 1301 is a dual piston system, which is incredibly reliable. It's called the B-Link system or Blink system, and it's quick to cycle. It mitigates a lot of the recoil. You don't have that with the A300. You have the typical shotgun mechanism where the actual recoil system does come back into the stock. Now, you do get more recoil with the A300. There's no doubt about that, but any semi-automatic shotgun bleeds off a lot of that recoil that you typically associate with like a pump action. So it is very gentle to shoot. You can see in the clips that we're going to provide right here that really the A300 is very easy to control. The question is, what about at speed? I've seen a lot of talk about the A300 being slow, so slow that you can outpace the trigger. We haven't really found that to be the case. About as fast as you can pull the trigger and be on target with full power buckshot, you can't outpace it. I'm sure there's shooters out there like Jerry Mitchell who can probably do it.
I think I've seen you outpace the Benelli.
Okay, the Benelli M4. Don't want to talk about that Italian bitch right now. We've shot the A300 really fast, and we haven't been able to outpace it yet. I don't think that is actually going to be an issue. Now, one way that the A300 is better than the 1301, in my opinion, is on the handguard. So they did really good things on the handguard in redesigning it, and they did a couple bad things too, which we'll talk about in a second here. But what was really good, and I'm sorry we have everything set up right here, but we like to show you our weapon set up. We have M-LOK at the front, at the 3 o'clock, at the 6 o'clock, and at the 9 o'clock right there. This allows us to add anything that we want, whether that be, as we see right here, a QD socket from BCM, whether we have our air socket light here on the side and an M-LOK mount. You can do whatever. I know some people like to mount their lights on the bottom, so you can do whatever you need to. This was something that was lacking on many combat shotguns, so I really like that they added it there. The problem, I think, was that they should have added M-LOK at the rear right here for a match saver. Now, in our case, we simply drilled into the stock like you typically do on any competition shotgun and added the match saver. And again, if you're not sure what that's called, that is literally matchsaverswithaz.com. The website is from 1990, but they're pretty cool people. Another good thing that they did on the handguard was the grip is incredibly aggressive. So this does wear down over time, and I added put a little sandpaper on it too, because it was a little too aggressive for my taste. I have pretty rough hands, but God, that's gross. But even still, it's very aggressive. And again, take it down to where you need it to be. That way it's not, super uncomfortable after shooting for a long period of time, but it is a really good design. Now, one problem that they do have is on the barrel clamp right here, or the magazine tube clamp, whatever you want to call it. As it comes from the factory, it's not quite torqued down enough, and so it has a tendency to slide forward. In fact, if you take a look right there, you should be able to see that wear. Are you able to see that on the camera, Micah?
Yeah, there we go.
So originally when I started shooting this, about 500-ish rounds in, you could see that began to slide forward. What I did at that point is I added some Vibratite to the threads and I retorqued it down to about 30 inch-pounds. And that held it in place. It hasn't moved since, but I have seen that some people have had an issue with that continuing to move. That hasn't been our experience, but I don't discount that that could possibly be an idea. I don't know if it was the best design, and it is what it is. So it adds an M-LOK slot right up here, and it adds a QD slot for your sling. The problem is the QD is free rotating. There's no stop on it. So on most of my sling QD mounts, I like it to have a stop to ensure that it can't just freely spin around. I find that very useless. These freely spin around, I find them pretty useless as a sling mount, which is why I've mounted my own right here. I didn't mount it up here because I wasn't sure if this was going to continue to move, and I didn't want that to be an issue later on down the line. Wire management on your shotgun's a little difficult. On my Benelli M4, because the handguard is so short, I was able to put the light far enough back where I could hit the tail cap. Because these lights are so far forward, and probably some of my own problem, I put a pressure pad on here, and all I did, I put a piece of steel zip tie through to keep the pad down, and then I just kind of taped over it. I use too much tape. That's true, right, Micah?
Yeah, you tape everything.
I know, but it works. And then up here, I put more of the steel zip tie just to ensure that the wire's not going to move on me too much. Again, I know I have a kind of a stupid approach to it, but you know what? It works. So is it?
It works.
It's not that stupid.
No, it's great.
Thank you, appreciate you. Now we're gonna talk about a couple things about the A300 that make it superior to the 1301. First thing we're gonna talk about is the loading gate. The loading gate is enlarged compared to what we had on the 1301. The 1301 was already very generous, but with this one, it's very easy to get that entire shell in. It's very simple. How was loading the A300 for you?
It was great. On my 1301, I always, what do you call that when the shell bounces back?
When you don't get the shell all the way in and you kind of short stroke it. But in any case, it's very easy to load on the A300. So what I like about that is if I'm up and in a combat, LARPing scenario, whatever it might be, if I've shot all the ammo, I need to reload, I have that moment to top off, it's very easy to keep my eyes on the target and to feed those rounds in because it's such a large loading gate. It's very easy to keep that shotgun on target, keep my eyes forward because it's just so large and in charge. Next thing we're going to talk about is bolt release. Compared to the A300, compared to the Benelli M4, it is huge and it is awesome. I love it so much. They did a wonderful job on the A300. So on this guy right here, when you need to load it, what you're going to do, whether you feed a shell in from your side saddle or whether you do it from the match saver, once you get it in, you need to hit that bolt release. This oversized bolt release makes that really easy to get that in place. I can't say enough good things about what they did there. The charging handle, that's always kind of personal preference on how large you want that. I like the size on the A300. It's out of the way, it doesn't protrude too much that it really becomes an issue. So they did a really good job overall on the controls. Now what's really cool is that from the factory, the Beretta 1301 comes with a Velcro pre-cut to fit onto your receiver. So it's ready for sight saddles. These are from S-Tac. These are generally what we recommend. We've used these forever, right, Micah?
Those rock.
We love them. So the idea behind this is that doing tactical reloads, doing emergency reloads, you can do it off your side saddle right here. Brass up, brass down, doesn't matter. I mean, James Reeves talked about it a little bit. That's besides the point. But once this is out, you can rip this off. You can put your new one on. And what's great is they fit in M4 magazine pouches. So you just take your existing kit, you charge them up for shotguns, and they are good to go. So including that right off the bat, they're definitely kind of dialed in to what current shotgun trends are. Another way that they save money is on the iron sights. The iron sights are more simple, they're more rudimentary. We still have a fiber optic front, we have our ghost ring rear. They really don't matter to me that much. Do you know anybody, Micah, who just uses iron sights?
My grandpa.
There you have it. There's nothing wrong with doing it, but optic technology is amazing. They're so reliable right now that we generally recommend on this channel that you have an optic. The A300 does come with Picatinny, and that's what we ran for the first 2,000 rounds was just an aimpoint T2 on the Picatinny. But now we have this Reptilia mount from Reptilia, awesome company. It can fit a variety of different optics. This one is for the aimpoint acro, and what it allows it to do is it's able to co-witness through the iron sight. So in case you're super worried that your optic's gonna die, even if it does die, you can still see your iron sights through the optic, and it puts it nice and low, and it looks what, Micah?
Sick.
Sexy, looks great. That's a generational gap right there. Moving back from there, we do have fairly typical controls of the Beretta family, or of shotguns in general. So we have safety right here, push in to fire, on for safe, and then we have a trigger. So we'll go ahead and make sure we're safe, we are clear. I say roast one just straight into the air. I guess it doesn't matter, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go set trigger together. The A300 trigger is nice. So feeling into it, you have a slight wall. God, it's light. Never mind, I take that back, that is light. It's kind of hard when you shoot it all the time to quantify it, but you have just a little bit of take up. It's a single stage and it just rolls right off. It's short. It feels maybe 5 pounds, but it feels much lighter. How did you like the trigger shoot?
It was awesome. Yeah,
it's wonderful. The stock, again, is extremely aggressive on the texturing. I sanded that down to make my life a little bit easier. And the stock is pretty, it's pretty typical of what you'd expect. Now, I do have a bone to pick with Beretta, again, on their QD placement. So I did talk to the engineer on the team that dealt with this, and I brought a lot of these concerns up, and he did agree. I think they're making a lot of changes, but they're trying to keep costs down. I understand they're using existing molds, and that came to the stock as well. So having the QD on the bottom, odd. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. For a, you know, a more kind of combat-oriented shotgun like we have right here, you want to, and see, it also is a freely spinning freaking sling, so your sling just gets all twisted up. God, don't do that, please, manufacturers. So on your combat-oriented slings, what you typically want is opposite shoulder from where it's attaching right there. So you typically want the attachment points to be on the side, so that way when you let the shotgun down, it's going to sit nice and against your body, that way you can work. But what's gonna happen is, because this is on the bottom, when you drop it, it's gonna wanna do weird crap like that and just get in the way. And in addition to that, it just spins around freely. Just all my pet peeves in one thing. In addition to that, they also set the socket a little too deep. So all of my QDs, when it came from the factory, wouldn't fit it. So what you need to do is take a hex key and get in there, and you actually need to back it off about a quarter turn, half turn, then it will fit right in place. They are aware of the issue. Probably by the time this video comes out, that will no longer be an issue, but in case you have an earlier one, just back that hex screw off and you're not gonna have any problems. Now to talk about his experiences, we have Micah. What did you think of the A300? You've shot a lot of shotguns at this point.
A lot of shotguns, a lot of Benelli. I personally own a 1301, so it's kind of a good comparison for me.
Very good comparison.
The first thing I noticed, just a little stiffer recoil. It felt very familiar to me from the 1301.
Yeah, like a sister.
And I'll be completely honest, I think I like the stock.
Take that back.
Oh,
Take that back.
wait.
And by that, it was like it's like their sisters.
Very familiar. Yeah, I got you. No, I hear you. No, I hear you. I actually like the stock a lot more than the 1301 stock. I have the Magpul stock on there, and it seems to always come loose.
Interesting.
So that's an issue I'm dealing with, but that could be to me.
Loctite.
Yeah, I love the paddle. It's similar to the 1301, I believe, almost the same, right?
It's a little bit oversized on the A300.
Yeah, it rocks.
Me being autistic.
Yeah, and then I'd say, honestly, this is probably the sickest optic setup. I really enjoyed this optic setup. I loved the witnessing, yeah.
Well, we have one for you, so congratulations.
But yeah, I'd say it's a close shakeup between the 1301 and this, but for the price, I'm pretty stoked about it.
For the price, it's pretty awesome. Next up, Charlie. Charlie, you're quite a shotgunner now.
I guess so.
Spicy first run, by the way.
Thank you. I'm not too familiar. I don't shoot shotguns very much. I have one shotgun. It's a Maverick 88. So
mega based.
so I guess take that with the however you, I don't know, just fucking take it. But
you're doing great.
Thanks, dude. It shot really well. I was stoked. So I don't know. You might want to rewind the footage and watch it again, because I will. The acro, just the entire setup. And for the price point, I would definitely go after this. I think I shot the 1301 in one other video, and I just botched it. So feel free to watch that as well. What really surprised me is...
We only look forward in this channel, not back at our failures.
Fucking put that in stone, dude. The reloads. I surprised myself, and I think I surprised you guys with the reload.
No,
that was
really
pretty
did.
spicy.
Yeah.
It was very intuitive, I felt like. Just getting after it, and especially on the move. You know. So other than that, not too familiar with a ton of shotguns out there, but this one is pretty sick. But again, full disclosure, Beretta didn't send me one, so it's trash.
Well, there we have it. Well, guys, I think that is the best way to sum it up. What my colleagues have said here, which is it the best shotgun ever? No. what makes it incredible is the price. So for the price, you're getting a really good package deal overall. I think there can be some improvements made, like stock and up on the clamp and stuff. But overall, you have a very solid performer that's just going to run. The recoil is very manageable. It's good for what you're getting.
I'd say great.
I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's up there.
I would give it a 9 out of 10, especially considering sub $1,000. Pretty incredible.
You have
so
to factor that in there.
I know. I'm trying not to make these sell out really fast, but this is a definite. We don't say this often on Grand Thumb, but this is a definite buy.
Agreed.
This is a definite buy. Good job, Beretta. Really impressed with what they came out with, and yeah, it was just a real pleasure to shoot this the last. I mean, I've been posting about this for like 2 months now.
You've been obsessing over it.
I love this shotgun.
You love shotguns.
But as cool as these shotguns are, it's not going to matter if you don't train with them, unless you're Charlie for some reason. So get out there, get training with whatever weapon you choose, and get good with it. Whether that be Haley Strategic, Pat McNamara, Cogworks, get out there, or go train with the boys. That's always good. Just you need to get some trigger time.
Good and fun.
And it's fun, and that's okay. And it should be fun because it's always fun hanging with the boys. But yeah, get out there, train, and we really appreciate you guys, and we got nothing else for you except for dad advice. Dad advice is a pretty simple one, guys. Growing up, you probably had people who were a good example in your life. Maybe you didn't realize it until you're older. Maybe you're not going to realize it until just now. Reach out to those people. Thank them for being those good, positive influences in your life. I had a girlfriend when I was a teenager, and her dad was the coolest dude to me ever. And as a young man, that meant a lot to me. So I don't know who it is. Go out there, thank them. Let's spread a little bit of positivity out there in the world. Love you guys.